Happy Wednesday night, listeners. This is the podcast where we talk life, love, and literature. I'm author Sierra London, along with co-host author El Loren. We are Women on Words. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, and here at Blog Talk Radio. Tonight's guest is life coach Lee Mariano. Lee, are you on the line? Lee, are you there?
I think she's there, but can't hear her.
All right, Lisa, you there?
I'm here.
Okay, let's
see
here. What's going? I can hear you, and I can see Lee on the line, but I cannot hear her. Lee, something's muted on your end. Hello, are you there?
I am.
Okay, there you are. I know I saw you. I was like, what is going on tonight? It's crazy. Okay, see,
I was about to have a moment.
Yeah,
Hi,
okay.
Sierra.
Yeah, hello. How are you? We are so glad to have you here on the show. Okay, there's gremlins on the program tonight, y'all. Believe it or not, we come online, and we're here like 10 minutes early so we can work out all the kinks, and it still got kinked. So that's what happens when you have, like, authors on the line, especially romance authors on the line, right? Okay,
oh my goodness.
All right. Okay, Lee, tell us who you are and what you do.
Absolutely. So, as you mentioned, I'm a life and success coach, and my focus is on helping women, primarily women of color, with their career goals, with their life goals. If they, may lack confidence in themselves, then I would work and partner with them to help them understand where those limiting beliefs are coming from, how they can overcome some of the challenges. Maybe they had some things in their past that they haven't been able to overcome. And so I work and partner directly with these women in order to help them overcome those challenges. And it can focus on, personal life. It can focus on trying to progress or advance in their career. Or it can be gaining enough confidence to leave that toxic relationship that they've been in for years, and they simply just haven't been able to leave. So, my background, a little bit about my background is I'm a former Marine. I always love to lead with that because Marine for life, people should always know that I am a former Marine, and I love that, that I did that. I was born and raised in Las Vegas by a single parent. So my mother was a teen mom. And she, showed me, and, I saw it in her every day, that hustle, right? She was, she hustled every day. She made it work. She survived, right, as a teen mom raising a young girl on her own. And so when I graduated high school, I then went into the Marine Corps, and I served for 2 tours, 8 years, worked on JAG investigations, and, I was one of those hard-charging women Marines who was, like, out there running faster than half the men and, like, doing more push-ups, and I was like, oorah, every day. But then I had, I myself became a single mom, and so that was, I actually had orders to become a drill instructor, which was, like, my lifetime dream, right? That was the one thing I wanted most of all. But I had to make a choice for myself and my career and my life and what was I going to do. So I got out of the Marine Corps, and I began working in human resources. And I've actually been working in human resources for 23 years.
Wow.
At some point in my career, early on, I kind of said, okay, do I want to do this? What do I want to do with my life? What do I want to do with my career? And so I actually sat down and I set up my goals for myself. And my goal, if you can believe it, was to be, I got the title wrong, but I was going to be HR director of the world.
All right. You go ahead.
That was my title.
Directing right now. Go ahead.
Right. Right. And so, that was my goal, right? And I was like, I'm going to set in each 5 years, I have a milestone that I need to meet. And so I met all those goals, right? And I'm actually a chief HR officer at a cybersecurity company right now. So I made it to the C-suite, which wasn't even part of the dream that I had for myself. I actually shot too low. So I made it further than I actually thought I, had ever, had dreamed I could. So not only am I a C-suite executive right now, but I'm, part of that dream of mine was in 2020, I had a vision that, 2020 vision, that I was going to use my talent, my knowledge, my skills to help other women attain their goals. Right, I met all my goals, so now it's my turn to help to reach back and partner with other women who are trying to do that same thing. Now, their journey may not be my journey, but I want to help them with whatever journey they're on. So, so that's where the coaching came about, right? And that's a little bit about my background. And people say, well, who the heck is Lee, and why is she even, someone who wants to coach other women? It's because I've been there. I've done that. Had my ups and downs, ebbs and flows of my own life. And, it's one of those things where I, women go through challenges that we can't even fathom some days. And I know it can be, really difficult for us to find our voice and rediscover who we are. And so, my goal is to help them do that, if I can. So.
Yeah. So first of all, I do want to thank you for your service. You mentioned service in the Marine Corps, and we thank you for that. And like you said, once a Marine, always a Marine. But one of the things I want to ask you, since your focus is on women, what is it that's unique about helping women who've already had, some measure of success? Does the coaching picture change if you're not at the beginning of your career, if you're in the middle, or like you said, even where you are, but maybe transitioning to something else? Does that picture look different from a coaching aspect?
Yes, it can. So the journey of coaching and the process that I take people through, it's really, getting clarity, understanding where the learning opportunities are. Do they feel empowered in their current life, career, role? Are they holding themselves accountable for the things that they're doing in order to improve their life? And then it's really rediscovering and reinventing and reintroducing themselves to the world as the person they want to be. So the journey is the same. The outcome, based on that person's specific goals, specific drivers that they're focused on, is different, right? So, So the coaching that I provide, because it is personalized. So, Sierra, I could have, you could be a client of mine, and you and I could be going on a coaching journey to get clear, right? That's kind of where we're at, right? We're getting you clear on what your goals are. But Lauren and I could also be working on a coaching partnership. And while we're still going through that same framework of getting clear, her journey is different than yours. Does that make sense?
It does. Absolutely. It does. All right, Lisa, you go ahead, because I'm processing some things now. We're going to work out my plan on the phone.
Lee, I saw on your website that you offer a free discovery call to your clients. If I'm new to coaching and I have no idea what it entails, what would you do on the phone with me when I first call in?
So that's a great question, actually. So the discovery call really is to help you understand what you're challenged with in the first place, right? So some people say, I'm gonna schedule a discovery call because I want to know what this is all about. Fair enough. Some people say I want to schedule a discovery call because I know I'm struggling with something, but I don't know what it is. And during that discovery call, I help guide you to understand better. We don't solve the issue because it's a short call, but I help you get clarity on maybe what that challenge is. So I take you through a series of questions, really about what's your biggest challenge right now? What are you struggling with? What is the thing that is holding you back from achieving what you want? I try and understand what happens if you don't do anything about the challenge that you're facing. What if you do nothing? How does your life look a year from now? And I walk the person through those steps so that they can, and maybe sometimes they haven't actually said these things out loud. They haven't actually verbalized what those challenges are. And so my goal on that call is to help you verbalize what that struggle, what that challenge, what that issue is, to get to a point where you can have an aha moment of, okay, so maybe it is that I thought my career was going in a certain direction, but actually I really don't like this job. I don't like these people I work with. I'm unhappy with what I'm doing, and I need to do something else. I need a career change. I need a job type change. I don't like doing HR, right? I want to do accounting, right? So why am I doing HR? I should be doing accounting, right? So it's to really kind of focus you in that very short 30-minute window. So it's very pointed questions to get you to a point where are you today? And why are you looking to change? And what happens if you don't change? And then from there, it's okay, now that you've identified this, you can either continue to work on it on your own, completely okay, or if you'd like, I can help you and partner with you and coach you on your next step. And then we go from there.
Mm-hmm. Right. Mm. Wow. So one of the things that I've noticed, I'm sorry, Lisa, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I like jumping right in there. One of the things I've noticed over the last several years is really a growth in the industry of coaching. And I've always wondered this, and since I have you captive, I'm going to ask, how do you know that you even need a coach?
So that is a great question. And you don't always know that you need a coach. And so one of the things that I've been doing and here's the thing, and this is why I focus heavily on women of color. We as women of color never think we need a coach. We don't need any help. We got this. We can handle it on our own. I don't need no one to tell me how to do it. I got it. Right? We
yes.
think that we all think that all the time, right? All the time. So we don't automatically go to the thought of, you know what, I'm going to get a coach. And for me, the only reason I fully understood what a coach can do for me is because I had a coach in my corporate job. The company provided us with executive coaches to say, it's just nothing. You just, as an executive, you should have a coach to help you become a better executive, right? So prior to that, I never would have thought I needed a coach or wanted a coach. But now that I've experienced that and I'm moving towards this, I think what we have to consider is whatever you're trying to accomplish, there's something, and not everyone, but there is something that's maybe going on where you are either not accomplishing what you want, you don't have the career you want, you're not making the money you want, you're not in the relationship you want, you're not in the physical health you want. There's something going on potentially in your life that you are not happy about, whatever that may be. You have tried all you can to resolve it yourself. You've tried, you've read books, you've talked to friends